song in the air, and a sense of normalcy. But by nightfall, that calm had vanished. Streets turned into rivers. Power lines snapped and sparked. Entire neighborhoods plunged into darkness. People clung to trees and rooftops, waiting, hoping for rescue. This wasn't just a thunderstorm. It was a direct, unrelenting strike from nature itself. On May 28, 2025, the city of Austin, Texas was struck by one of the most severe hailstorms in recent memory. What began as a typical spring afternoon quickly escalated into a destructive weather event that left thousands without power. Shortly after nightfall, the first wave of storms struck San Antonio. Dark clouds moved in with alarming speed, erasing the night sky and plunging the city into a blanket of shadow. Then came the rain, relentless and unyielding. Caused widespread property damage and disrupted daily life across numerous neighborhoods. Around 5 p.m. local time, a fast-moving storm system swept through the region, bringing with it intense wind gusts, clocking up to 70 miles per hour.
Well, boys, I fucking sent her a little too fucking hard,
It hammered the city with such force that within minutes, roads morphed into rivers. Along the I-35 corridor, traffic came to a standstill as rising water overwhelmed vehicles. Some drivers were forced to abandon their cars, while others who attempted to push forward quickly found themselves trapped, surrounded by floodwaters with no way out. Within minutes, large hailstones, some reportedly the size of baseballs, began pelting rooftops, vehicles, and anything left exposed outdoors. Emergency services were quickly overwhelmed. The San Antonio Fire Department responded with urgency, carrying out at least 8 water rescues overnight.
Is there a tornado looking at right now?
Many residents were caught off guard. The sound of the storm was described by witnesses as deafening, like bullets hitting the house.
Look at
Crews navigated submerged intersections, waist-high water, and near-zero visibility. Over the past weekend, China faced a devastating natural disaster as prolonged and heavy rainfall triggered widespread flash floods and landslides across the southern provinces. The most severely affected areas include Guangxi, Guangdong, Guizhou, and parts of Fujian. This has been classified as one of the most severe flood events in decades, forcing thousands of people to evacuate, claiming numerous lives, and causing immense property damage at an emergency level.
我操，这个车都冲走了，你看，我的个天哪！
Firefighters used ropes, inflatable rafts, and ladder trucks to reach those stranded. In many cases, time was critical, as flood levels surged at an alarming pace. Fortunately, no fatalities or serious injuries were reported. But for those pulled from danger, the night left a lasting impression. Car windows were shattered, roofs were punctured, streets were blanketed in ice, as the hail relentlessly pounded the city. As one local put it, "You couldn't even see my van out there. It was just white from all the hail." The destruction was swift and widespread. In North and Central Austin, vehicles were dented and homes damaged. One of fear, helplessness, and narrow escape. By morning, as commuters took to the roads, another round of severe storms swept through the capital. These storms were stronger, more structured, moving rapidly. Doppler radar glowed with deep red cores. Signals of torrential rainfall, damaging winds, and frequent lightning. Rain fell in punishing bursts, quickly overwhelming Austin's drainage infrastructure. With priority given to critical infrastructure such as hospitals and emergency centers. Between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m., Austin Emergency Services received more than 400 calls. These ranged from people injured by falling branches to reports of individuals trapped by storm debris. We need water. As first responders raced to pull people from inundated streets and buildings, another threat emerged: widespread power outages. Winds gusting over 60 miles per hour snapped tree limbs and uprooted trunks, sending them crashing into homes, across roadways, and onto power lines. Trees snapped or were completely uprooted. His grid was pummeled. Electrical infrastructure suffered widespread damage. Transformers exploded in brilliant blue flashes, while power lines sparked across rain-slicked pavement. At the height of the storm, nearly 60,000 customers were without power. Schools in the Austin Independent School District announced early closures and canceled all after-school programs. Several campuses suffered minor structural damage, including shattered windows and water leaks from damaged rooftops. At Austin Bergstrom International Airport, air traffic was severely impacted. Several incoming flights were diverted to nearby airports as a precaution. Within minutes, parking lots, creeks, and underpasses were submerged. The Austin Fire Department reported over a dozen water rescues within just a few hours. Most involved motorists caught in deceptively deep waters. Others were pedestrians, people walking their pets or running errands, suddenly caught in a fast-moving flood. Many with no lights, no heat, and no way to charge phones or contact help. Stark reminder that not even the government's most fortified structures were immune to the storm's power.
Oh! We're gonna lose our front windows on this one.
Forecasters had warned of possible thunderstorms. The rapid escalation in hail size caught even experts off guard. Forecast models had not predicted hail this large, this fast. Insurance companies began receiving thousands of damage claims within hours.
Wow!
The National Weather Service continued to issue a critical message. Turn around, don't drown. A phrase known by heart across Texas, and one often tragically ignored. Just 6 inches of fast-moving water can knock an adult off their feet. A single foot can sweep away an entire car. Cleanup efforts began in earnest. Crews worked to clear fallen debris. Utility teams replaced snapped poles and tangled power lines. Firefighters debriefed after a night of non-stop rescues. Local roofing companies and auto body shops are bracing for weeks, if not months, of repair work. Despite the chaos, no fatalities have been reported. A small relief in a storm of this scale. Emergency kits and weather awareness are being encouraged as Texas continues through its active storm season. This event is more than just a freak storm. Climate experts noted that Central Texas has been experiencing an increasing trend of extreme weather, particularly severe hail and wind events. According to the China National Meteorological Center, from May 26th to May 27, 2025, the southern region experienced extreme downpours, with some locations receiving more than 200 millimeters of rain within just a few hours. The intensification of these storms aligns with larger patterns of climate instability that scientists have been warning about for years. The mayor of Austin is expected to hold a press conference in the coming days to discuss ongoing recovery efforts and potential emergency funding support. Meanwhile, communities are coming together. Neighbors helping neighbors. In the spirit of resilience. In response, the government issued a yellow alert, the second highest in the country's 4-tier warning system, across provinces including Guangxi, Guangdong, Zhejiang, Jiangxi, and Xinjiang. In Longshan County, Guangxi Province, sudden flash flood struck in the middle of the night, killing at least 6 people, leaving 2 missing, and seriously injuring 3 others. Torrents of floodwater swept away entire homes, completely destroying 10 houses and damaging over 25 kilometers along the river. As of May 27, over 82,500 residents were evacuated urgently due to rapidly rising floodwater surpassing critical levels. Entire neighborhoods were submerged. In some areas, only rooftops and tree canopies remained visible. Major roads were cut off completely. The provincial government quickly set up temporary shelters and distributed food, clean water, medical supplies, and emergency aid to ensure the safety of those affected. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay informed about the latest developments.